Welcome back to the channel, everyone. If you love keeping up with NBA trades, team drama, and breaking news, then you're in the right place. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications because today's episode is about to blow your mind. The Golden State Warriors have been in the spotlight for years thanks to Stephen Curry's brilliance and their incredible championship runs. But now, we're talking about a potential shakeup that could change the franchise forever. Let's dive into what's swirling around today. Reports have surfaced that the Warriors may have just pulled off a major move involving a certain Lakers star. Could this be the Blockbuster trade that tips the scales in the NBA once again? And wait, does this mean the unthinkable Stephen Curry leaving the Bay Area? We're breaking it all down for you, so stay tuned. To understand the magnitude of this possible deal, let's talk about where the Warriors stand right now. The team has been dominant for most of the past decade, but the league is more competitive than ever. With the rise of young superstars like Luka Doncic, Jason Tatum, and Ja Morant, Golden State is no longer the sole powerhouse they once were. Even though they've added some promising young talent, their aging core led by Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green is facing questions about how much longer they can compete at the highest level. And then there's the Lakers, a team that's no stranger to bold moves. After a disappointing playoff run last season, Los Angeles has been actively looking for ways to bolster its roster. Could they really be parting ways with one of their key players? This is where the plot thickens. According to insiders, the Warriors and Lakers have been discussing a deal involving a major star. While no official names have been confirmed yet, all signs point to a high-profile player being involved, someone who could fit perfectly into the Warriors system while also helping them stay competitive in the brutal Western Conference. One name that's been floating around is Anthony Davis. Yes, you heard that right. The Lakers' big man, who has been pivotal for them on both ends of the court, might be on the move. The speculation is that the Warriors are eyeing Davis as a piece to strengthen their frontcourt and add a dominant presence in the paint. Imagine Davis playing alongside Curry, Thompson, and Green. That's a lineup that could give any team nightmares. But at what cost? What would the Warriors have to give up to make this happen? Here's where things get even more intriguing. Some sources are suggesting that Stephen Curry's name has come up in trade talks. Now, before you start panicking, let's be clear, this is still speculative. However, the idea of Curry leaving Golden State is enough to send shockwaves through the NBA world. Curry has been the heart and soul of the Warriors for over a decade, revolutionizing the game with his unmatched shooting ability and leading the team to multiple championships. The thought of him in another jersey seems almost surreal. But in the NBA, nothing is impossible. If this trade does involve Curry, it would signal a seismic shift not just for the Warriors but for the league as a whole. The Lakers, pairing Curry with LeBron James, would instantly become title favorites. The Warriors, meanwhile, would be betting on a future built around Davis and their younger stars like Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody. But would it be worth it? That's the million-dollar question. Of course, not everyone is convinced that Curry would ever leave Golden State. He's publicly expressed his love for the Bay Area, the organization, and the fans countless times. Plus, the Warriors' ownership has always emphasized their commitment to keeping Curry as the face of the franchise. Trading him would be a bold and risky move, to say the least. But at the same time, we've seen franchises make similar decisions in the past, prioritizing the future over loyalty to a single player. Let's also consider another possibility. What if the trade doesn't involve Curry but instead focuses on other key pieces like Klay Thompson or Draymond Green? Both players have been instrumental in the Warriors' success, but their roles have been evolving as they age and as the team incorporates younger talent. Klay's shooting and Draymond's defensive leadership would undoubtedly be missed, but adding a player like Davis or even another Lakers star could help the Warriors maintain their championship aspirations while transitioning to a new era. And what about the Lakers' perspective? If they're indeed shopping Davis, it raises questions about their long-term strategy. Davis has faced criticism for his inconsistency and injury history, but there's no denying his talent. By moving him, the Lakers might be looking to build a more balanced roster around LeBron James and their younger core. Could they see Curry as the perfect addition to take pressure off LeBron and elevate their team's offensive capabilities? It's a scenario that would completely change the dynamic of the Western Conference. Another factor to consider is the financial side of things. Both teams are dealing with significant salary cap constraints, making any trade involving high-profile stars a complex puzzle. The Warriors, in particular, have one of the highest payrolls in the league. To make a deal work, they'd likely have to include multiple players or draft picks. The Lakers, on the other hand, would need to weigh the risks and rewards of parting with someone like Davis for a player who might only have a few elite years left in his career. So, where does this leave us? Right now, the details are still unfolding, and it's important to take these rumors with a grain of salt. But the fact that such discussions are even happening is a testament to how dynamic and unpredictable the NBA can be. Whether this trade goes through or not, it's clear that both the Warriors and Lakers are looking to shake things up in their quest for championship glory. Speaking of LeBron, you have to think about how much this move benefits him at this stage of his career. The King is in year 21 and still playing at an MVP level, but we know he can't do it all by himself. By adding a young, energetic big like Kessler, the Lakers are not only improving their roster, but also lightening the load on LeBron. He won't have to spend as much energy banging with bigger players in the post or chasing down rebounds. Instead, he can focus on orchestrating the offense, scoring when needed, and picking his spots defensively. Let's talk about the ripple effects this has on the rest of the roster. For guys like Rui Hachimura and Jared Vanderbilt, Kessler's presence opens up new possibilities. Rui can focus more on his mid-range game and slashing abilities without having to worry about protecting the rim. Vanderbilt, who's already an elite defender, now has a partner in crime to lock down the paint and dominate the boards. This frontcourt depth is going to give head coach Darvin Ham so many options, whether it's going big with Kessler and AD or playing small ball with AD at the 5 and Kessler coming off the bench. As fans, all we can do is speculate and wait for official announcements. But one thing's for sure, if this trade happens, it will be one of the biggest stories in NBA history. The implications for both teams, their fans, and the league as a whole would be enormous. And you can bet we'll be here to break it all down for you. Before we wrap up, let us know in the comments, do you think the Warriors should trade for a Lakers star? And if so, who should they give up? Are you ready for a post-Curry era in Golden State, or do you believe he should finish his career with the Warriors no matter what? Share your thoughts, and let's get the debate going. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode.